I bought my boyfriend 2 gifts which he gets solely based on his gift to me. Let me explain. I've had some bad luck with ex-boyfriends and gifts. I'm a thoughtful gift giver in general, even if it's Secret Santa. I'm getting something that anyone can make use of, no random junk from the checkout line shelves or gift sets that'll collect dust 9 times out of 10. Anyways, my new BF, together since September, is a great guy so far. I'm really happy and I'm excited. This is our first Christmas. We both have big families, so we're doing our private Christmas today instead, especially since he's a big Christmas person like me, so he says. But history has jaded me. Although I want to believe he has good gifting skills, so he says I came up with a plan. Under my tree there are 2 gifts for him. One that's low effort but he'll like, one that's tougher to come by and he'll love. So, I'm gonna open my gifts first, and based on what I see and the effort, I'll decide at that moment which package I'm grabbing when it's his turn. Everything I got is in the return window limit. I want to be clear, this is not about how much money is spent. It's about if he really thinks, pays attention, and takes the time to consider what he's picking. I've spent hours thinking and planning gifts, collecting items if I need to, etc., only to be given a gift card to the mall I work in. Or a necklace and earrings from a chain jewelry store, think K or People's, 3 years in a row. Or nothing because they didn't have time, or some nonsense, but they'll make it up to me later. This is different for men, but this is a pattern. And I've seen on socials that I'm not the only person who's been a victim of men giving thoughtless presents. I know women can be selfish and shit givers as well, but I'm straight, so I'm speaking about my experience with men, alright? And it seems like men tend to be worse at it from what I've seen and heard from other women. Today will determine how I give him going forward, birthdays, anniversaries, and so on. I really hope he does well. I really do enjoy giving gifts and making PPL happy with them. But self-sacrifice is no longer something I'm willing to do, especially not during my favorite holiday. This is silly, I'm aware. But wish him luck, and may the odds be ever in his favor, because I'd love to give him both gifts if I'm being completely honest, but that's wishful thinking on my part. Relevant comments. I can see why this might seem fun, but it sounds like you're bringing grudges from previous relationships into a new one, which isn't healthy. Just have fun giving people gifts they'll like. If he gets you something you really don't like, then speak to him about it. Comment. For real, imagine how you'd feel exchanging gifts for the first time with a new partner and finding out that they had a good boy present and a low-effort present ready to go as a test reward, all because they're still fixated on the perceived inequality of gifting in past relationships. I don't know about other people, but I have enough self-respect to smile and nod through their gifting test and then leave a boyfriend-shaped dust cloud where I once was. And I still wouldn't take that frustration out on a future partner though. Comment. I'm a guy who loves to read 2x posts so I can be a better partner. So grain of salt here, as I really want to respect your autonomy to make your own decisions in your relationship. Have you communicated to him that you are looking for someone who puts thoughtful effort into gift giving? Additionally, have you told him the type of gifts that you have received or desired that have made you feel like effort was given? I'm asking because it might help in the long run if you haven't communicated these things. Anyway, just a guy here, apologies for invading this space. I really respect your stance and intentions. I hope your expectations are exceeded. OP. Thank you for asking so thoughtfully. Yeah, we have talked about past experiences with efforts, gift giving, reciprocation, many times from past relationships, not only pertaining to Christmas or physical items. We've even talked about how we plan gifts too, so for the last month at least we've been sharing what we're getting for our parents, siblings, friends, and the whys behind the choices. So it seems like we both have similar gifting styles. Now I have to wait to see if it's true. He talks the talk, but does he walk the walk? Comment. So what happens if he did spend time and effort on your gift and it's just not something you want? OP. For effort, and he'll still get the better gift, if not both. I'll make use of what I get one way or another if that's the case. But I can't imagine him getting me something so left field that I wouldn't be able to enjoy his efforts and appreciate what he gave me. Although I was let down by the repeated jewelry gifts by my ex, please believe I wore them every chance I got because I know it made him happy, and it was pretty regardless of if I wanted them or not. Comment. My wife and I used to both try very hard with the gifts. We knew each other very well and put lots of effort into what we got for the other person. We'd then spend hours wrapping them to get that perfect aesthetic. After many years though, we decided that the effort was better spent on different things. Also, I think we recognized that objects don't really make us happy. We've basically decentered gifts as part of the holiday. Things are less stressful, more fun, less expensive, and we have less clutter around the house. OP. I'm totally cool with decentering gifts altogether someday, especially after being married for a while, because what is there really left to get? Especially if you're giving multiple times a year. I prefer experiences over objects as is, since experiences could be for both of us and help keep our bond strong. Sounds like you and your wife have it figured out, and I love that, because it means you have a genuine understanding of each other and where you're at as a unit. Comment. You're not ready for a serious relationship. It sounds like you need a year or 3 to get over past relationships and grow up a little. Let this guy go and go figure yourself out, because this behavior is low-key toxic. Update. So he got a thoughtful, better gift. And I'll be saving the other for his birthday coming up soon. My gifts were really nice and considerate. A few things made me remember some randomish questions he's asked, trying to see if I'd like this or that. He loved his gifts, the main one, I always do little trinkets things, and a grand finale. His smile, made my heart so full. He was so happy and excited. Kisses galore. I didn't give him both gifts for the sole reason that I didn't want to outdo him and make him feel guilty or anything, since he did ask how much I spent, how I even found it, etc. And he said that I shouldn't have, because I surprise him with random things all the time as he was looking over everything I got him. My response was basically that I do what I can to make the people I care about happy or their life easier. If I got it, we got it. Finally, yes, I did tell him later in the evening about this plan, and the why, and before I could finish he said, given what you told me about your exes, I don't even blame you for doing something ridiculous. And we laughed and went back to talking and watching TV. So although I get why some people say, this is so toxic, I truly hope you never understand the feeling I was trying to avoid. If you go back and read the comments, I explained more for those who actually wanted to listen. And I had every intention of telling him at some point either way, because we're pretty open with each other when it comes to our pasts and how it affected us. And with that, I admit maybe I'm a bit crazy, but if it keeps me from being let down or hurt again, then I'll take being called crazy over crying in my apartment with my cat trying to rationalize why someone's inconsiderate adult son didn't feel the need to think of me, or why he didn't get me anything at all during the most wonderful time of the year. I hope everyone had the best holiday they could. And cheers to 2025. Relevant comments. OP explains some of her past experiences. I remember one of my exes, our first and only Christmas together, since he ended up being a terrible BF after about a year. I even said let's not do gifts that year since money was tight for both of us. He insisted we do gifts, already had things in mind, and completely made me feel silly for proposing the idea. Christmas comes, lo and behold, he waits until after opening his gifts to say he never got around to shopping for my noops. And for my birthday, nothing again. The same boy who practically begged me to give him a chance for years. Comment. I unfortunately completely understand what it feels like to put so much thought and effort into gifts only for your partner to throw you some thoughtless token. I'm glad your partner wasn't like that, and I'm glad he took it with humor. He sounds like a keeper. Comment. Was this your first gift-giving occasion as a couple? I'm hoping this reassures you and doesn't have to happen every birthday and Christmas, etc. OP. Yup, first Christmas and first of any milestone overall. We made it official in September, and our B-days are earlier in the year. I just wanted to see how he operates when it comes to gifting and the holidays, see if I should or shouldn't put in effort with gifts or keep it really, really simple. I prefer to go all out, but I didn't want to feel like a fool again for doing so. So yeah, first and last time for this LOL research complete. Comment. Finally, yes, I did tell him later in the evening about this plan, and the why, and before I could finish he said, given what you told me about your exes, I don't even blame you for doing something ridiculous. And we laughed and went back to talking and watching TV. He said this out loud, but you know that this is absolutely a red flag about your character and how the relationship will continue. Bad gift, good gift based on his gift is absolutely ridiculous. If it matters that much to you, if he didn't put any effort into your gift, then just reconsider whether or not it is a relationship you want to be in. Because I assure you that is on his mind now. Comment. Yeah, reading the original post gave me the ick so badly. I understand being burnt by past relationships and having trauma around that, but that's what therapy is for. Testing your partner is just so inherently unhealthy in any relationship. If my partner did that to me and then told me about it, that relationship would be over by New Year's. I'd be wondering what other tests are in store. Comment. I'm glad you said it. It's not about constantly testing him, it's about the one test being a red flag. I bet if the roles were reversed, she'd be upset to find out he was testing her to see if she secretly measured up. A lot of guys suck 100%, but you can't be bringing those past guys into this current relationship if you want it to have a chance.